Welcome to another episode of Treasure Corals, and in today's video we're going to be stocking a brand new reef aquarium. So I'm not talking about this aquarium behind me, but the new Waterbox system that I've set up only a week ago. I'm actually going to go through a choice of my fish that I'm introducing into aquarium, but also rock work. So how do I design my aquascape, and I'll show you how I structure it together, as well as we're actually going to introduce some corals. And by the end of the video you're going to let me know whether the tank is half empty or half full. So let's dive right in. First fish that will go into the new aquarium is going to be this Bluethroat Triggerfish that I have caught in the trap. I don't think I need it in the frag system. I've added it just because I wanted to increase the nutrient amount in the aquarium, but now I think he's gonna look awesome in the new tank. Here we go. So the next one after will be this wonderful clown tank. This is the first clown tank I've ever kept. I got a small one. He's been waiting to be released into this water for over a month now. So here we go. And touchdown. That's fish number 2. I think the next one is going to be the fish that started it all. This is the guy that I was super excited about, and I got that from Reef Paradise over a month ago now. So this is the Whitetail Bristletooth Tang. This guy we're going to gently introduce right here. Let's wave for the camera, and here we go, straight into the rock work. So we got 3 fish in the tank right now. I think I'm gonna give it a break for today. I don't think I want to introduce anybody else, and I'm going to concentrate on coral next. So far, all of the fish actually have gone for the rock work. Nobody's coming out. Obviously very skittish, but now that there's 3 fish in here, I think there's going to be a little bit more action probably tomorrow. Right now they're a little bit in shock. So next I'm going to play around with rock work. So the first part that I'm going to start is going to be the right side of the aquarium. So I'm going to just do it one section at a time. It's right underneath a radiant light, so I'm not lighting the rest of the tank. And I've identified a couple of rock structures that look fairly straightforward. They're going to be very low to the ground, so I'm going to leave a lot of empty space at the top. So maybe because of the fish may start swimming there, or maybe just gonna look nice. We'll see. So this is where I'm at right now. You can see there's only one light, and my thought is, because it's just going to be all acros, I'm going to bring it down. It's all going to be evenly lit, a strong light, and only putting stuff here that can handle it. And hopefully that would be a good start to the aquarium. So I'm going to first work on that rock structure all the way in the back. You see there's a nice base rock that looks very solid, and right on top of it there's a flat piece of rock. So I'm going to use just regular pegs. I'm going to pick something like this. It's about ½ an inch. That's going to connect the 2 pieces of rock together. The rock in the back is now done, and the first coral has just gone in. This is a forest fire Monti that for some reason is just not doing well in my tanks. I don't know, it's actually not doing well in both of the tanks. It's just hides its polyps, and I can't figure out why. It's either not enough light, or maybe flow is not adequate. I'm not sure, but that is something that I've always struggled with. Forest Fire Monti, for some reason, is my kryptonite. And moving a few more corals from Treasure Reef onto this one. So right now I'm just freeing up the space in the older tank and moving most of the higher end corals over to the new one. So my lighting is at 50% of my schedule, and I'm gonna keep an eye on all the corals. First set of corals is now in. So now I'm going to take all of the other colonies or mini colonies and peg them and place them on those two rock structures. Once I will run out of space in those rock structures, I'm gonna make a few more. And here is the end result with the first batch of corals that I've moved from my other two tanks into this predominantly Acropora aquarium. So you can see it's working out quite nicely. Still a few spots left that I'm probably going to fill with something else, but also I want to have space between corals, and maybe later on I'm going to geek out and move a few of the corals around to increase the contrast. But for now I think this will suffice. So looking pretty decent. A little close-up of the corals. The tank is certainly starting to grow in, or at least there's no actual growing, but taking a little close-up of the corals. I think it's turning out quite nice. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have any thoughts on what could be going on in my both of my aquariums with my Forest Fire Monti, as well as that Goni, the Goniapora, the green one, they both have retracted its polyps, and I can't quite figure out what it is. I've been given an advice to introduce some carbon, so maybe that's the next thing I'm going to try today. But if you've seen this before, or you think I'm just missing something, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next Sunday as always.